Hello class. I'm gonna just do some more things with textures for this grass on this object here. I think I might do, we'll see a couple things in this video because I think the main points are done and you can really do it any way you want. But one of the things, it's the sort of scribble that I used in the last video is interesting, but it still doesn't quite have the small scale texture. So I'm gonna go and select that layer, in the appearances, that green that has the scribble on it. I'm going to apply a texture to it. So I'll come down here and I think I'll apply texturize. And we can see, here's a sample of it. If I just sort of zoom in a little bit, it just adds this little bit of texture to the image. And so I'm going to, I think I might do something strong just to make it pop. But that's too much of a relief, I think. So something around there. Again, any of these textures or anything else might really work for you, but I'll just go with this one and render it. We can see it's very subtle. You might not even be able to see it on YouTube, but it just adds a little bit of texture at a smaller, finer scale. That is nice. And you really might go ahead and add that texture to this base green fill as well. It's all up to you, or some other thing. So that was quick. Now the other thing, like again, you can do all kinds of crazy things. So I want to show you another sort of way you might go. Maybe now in these large areas in particular, maybe it's too scribbly. Maybe I want to do something else. So you can do other tricks. Like I'm going to take this top layer because I'm going to use an inner glow. So I'll make it here. Now this is going to look crazy at first until I get this set up. I'm actually going to make it black first. And I'll actually do the whole thing in black before changing the blending modes to show you what's going to happen. So I'm going to go to inner glow and I'm going to change this color to my original lighter green color, or really anything, but I'm going to go with the lighter green color, which happens to be, for me, this is the RGB value that I was working with right here. I'm going to say OK, and I'm going to make this bigger. And the thing I'm going to do this time is I'm not going to go from the edge because the edges are set to be dark green. I'm going to go from the center. So now it's going to be a color out. We'll see if I go to preview here. Actually, the multiply that I have set might affect this, but we can see that this came from the center out in this case. So I'm going to say OK. Now the issue is black doesn't go away in multiply, but like multiply got rid of white, there is a blending mode that gets rid of black, and it's screen. So I'm going to go to screen. Well, see, there we go. There at screen, we see the black goes away, and what we're left over is a very subtle reduction of the scribble in the center of these large objects, which again is just making sure that it's just not the same all the way across. That's all I'm doing, and there's other ways of doing it. I'm actually going to take the opacity just slightly down on this, just so there's a little bit of texture that comes through in all areas. But again, it's probably almost beyond what you can see on YouTube. But you have to remember, printing out on a printer is way more resolution than what YouTube gives you. And so now I've got a really nice set of grass textures. Again, there's lots of different ways of doing this. Now I could end it there. In fact, any of this is optional. But I'm going to show you in another video another trick that actually isn't placed at the object layer. It's placed at this grass layer level, and we'll look at that in another video, but it's also a fun little one.